So the topic of our presentation is healthy housing, and Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation currently have an initiative called Equilibrium, which is based on healthy housing concepts. And basically, these are net zero homes, like one you're sitting in here, like Preco home. And I'm going to tell you about different features and how we came about this initiative. So in terms of sustainability, like as you know, there are ecological sustainability, where we talk about resources, and then economical, where we worry about our wallet, and social sustainability. And the building sits right in the middle, like it overlaps all three components. We are all familiar that the weather patterns are changing, there's water shortage, food shortage, we are worried about melting ice, poor air quality, there are various climatic catastrophes happening all over the world. So we need to think about environment. So if you look at this pie chart, about 50% of the CO2 emission, the greenhouse gas emission, comes from transportation, and the balance 50% comes from our housing component. And majority of housing component comes from the heating side of the things. And roughly we, per person, we emit about 6 tons of carbon dioxide every year. Just to give a perspective, like one large flight, like if you go across, say you go to London, you'll be contributing about 5 to 10 tons. So compared to that, it's not much. But
And so Calgary to here.
Calgary to here, maybe like 2. Yeah.
Such a good friend.
I hope the plane was.
Oh yeah, like the route I took, maybe more. Yeah. So they're having various research done, and Natural Resources Canada did a research, and we see like greenhouse gas emission produced by each individual is increasing because we use more lights, we want to stay in comfortable temperature, we love our SUVs, so emissions are increasing. So before starting this initiative, CMSC did a market research. We contacted various builders to see whether they are ready for building net zero homes, or what they think about net zero homes. And also we contacted consumers, whether they want to live in that kind of house. So then we talked about various benefits that consumer can get, various benefits builders will have, how much it will cost, what it will take to build one of these houses. So we conducted industry interviews. It was done across Canada, and some of them were custom builders, and some of them were like tract builders, building 50 to 500,000 houses a year. Custom builders were more prone to build net zero homes than tract builders, because the way economy has been for past decade, like whatever they build, they can sell it. So why change? That was the motive behind that. Most of the builders were familiar with our 2000 program. There is a program called Build Green in Alberta and British Columbia. There is Power Smart program, Energy Smart program, different programs. Now LEED for Homes is here for last 2 years. So builders are familiar with these programs, and but most of them don't understand it quite well. They know the buzzwords, like what are those, but they have never built it. Most of them have never built it. But the builders who are interested in participating in net zero homes, they wanted to create a niche market for themselves so that they can set themselves apart from the competition, get a brand recognition, create a new market for themselves. For consumers, the main attraction was better indoor air quality. You might be aware that almost 30% of Canadians have some kind of respiratory disease, and that number is increasing in the youth most often. They were also interested, so the main interest were in indoor air quality. People were also excited by renewable source of energy, this kind of sexy thing, having PV panels and staying green, so they were interested in that. People were interested in energy efficient appliances because when you look at the graph, appliances use almost 20% of the electricity in the house. And also they wanted a comfortable place and wanted to integrate everything as a system so that it works quite efficiently together. The main barriers consumer thought the upfront cost. It costs more to build net zero homes. Also the risk, like what if say it's a cloudy day and there is no electricity generated by PV panel, or the pump for geothermal breaks down, what will happen then? So, and also maintenance issue, like who will maintain them, because most of the homeowners, they are not that techy that they can maintain everything. So most of these, so the idea was to have these houses grid connected, so that whenever something fails, they can still use the local power or gas. Also, the municipalities are not ready for these. We have built about 15 houses now across Canada, and municipalities have problem understanding some of the technologies because they are inspecting for the first time, basically, or there is issue like liability issue, like grey water recycling. Inspectors do understand that these technologies have been around for 15-20 years and works well, but say for example City of Calgary doesn't want to take the liability. Like what if something happens? What if someone drinks the water and they catch some disease? What if, the logic was, what if the cat drinks water from the toilet bowl and gets affected? So some of the solution is giving government grants. There are a lot of utility companies who are looking into putting the PV panels on your roof and leasing, getting a monthly rental. Right now, like MX from City of Calgary, they have started that program on a pilot basis. ATCO is energy on the gas side of things. They have started a similar program. So they will put the infrastructure and then you have to pay monthly fee, say $100, $150 per month to use that. So that way, like, you're not paying a lot upfront, you're just tightening the house, but basically renting the PV panels. So the consumer focus group was held in 6 cities and there were 2 sessions held, about 90 participants. There was 47 women and 43 males, so almost equal numbers. Most of the thing, people thought that net zero homes are too good to be true. It has like, it's not possible because they have not seen any net zero home so far, and they thought maybe it's like it will be like a spaceship or something totally different. And people wanted to know more information about how much it will cost, how it will look, things like that. But the key benefit consumer would like to go for is lower energy bills. So if it's a net zero home, basically you should not be paying any bills at the end of the year. So you're buying, say, electricity in the night time, you're selling in the daytime, it should equal out and net zero. The second most vote was given to healthier living, so more comfortable, better indoor air quality. People thought about we will reduce the pollution that they will be producing.